tonight we're gonna do the eggs. We're gonna do our eggs. These adorable wooden cutout eggs from Couture. They have matching egg transfers. Again, all reusable. Aren't they awesome? So I think tonight, I'm gonna figure out which ones I wanna do. I know I really wanna do this one for sure. Now keep in mind, you can use anything on there. Like we could do, you know, an egg with the carrots on it. That would be cool. We can do any transfer we want on the eggs. I'm just doing these ones because they were made for the eggs, so, you know, but you can do any pattern transfer, any words, whatever you want to do. So I think we're gonna do this, and we're staying with the same colors we used earlier today. Let's see here. Again, comments aren't coming up, and so I apologize, folks, that I can't see your comments, but I assure you that I will respond afterwards. I will come back and look, and remember, comments get you into a drawing to win a kit from me. All right, so we're just gonna dig into this now. These are the transfers. As I showed you earlier today, these are sticky back. They are a silk screen sort of mesh. It's hard to see, but I'll hold it right up and see if you can see that. So these are not like the transfers you're gonna make on your Cricut or anything like that if you're a crafty. And also these, you'll notice that these are fully rounded on the bottom, even though the cutouts are slightly notched so they will stand up. So you can use these egg cutouts on anything. For instance, think about our truck transfer, our pickup truck, that people put all kinds of stuff in the bed of the pickup truck. So you could put a giant egg in the bed of the pickup truck if you wanted to do a spring pickup transfer. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, so I think my main colors that I'm going to use are these four: Morning Sky, Club Couture, Couture Coral, Citrus Splash, that's the new one, and then Pink Grapefruit, that's the other new one as well too. So that's what we're gonna do. For me, this is the hardest part, is kind of figuring out how I want to roll this. I think I know what I'm gonna do here, and we're gonna go like that. Okay, we're gonna go like that. So we're gonna start with the Morning Sky. Work with me now, stay with me. All will be revealed. I'm gonna kind of use these little lines here as guidelines on where to color change. And for this project, because it's smaller, I'm going to use some of our smaller squeegees. They're just a lot easier to deal with. I don't want to quite go this small. It's a little too small, but we'll go here. So we're going to start with blue. I'm going to do blue, green, pink, and I'm going to end with blue again. So let's just start this out. I'm going to do blue. And this is no different than working on a board, except wood can be a little uneven. So you just kind of have to push a little bit more on it. I will come back to the blue because my hand is in the way. I want to be able to hold on as long as possible. Here, so we'll do our green. I'm going to do a different technique on one of these other patterns called a hot mess. Yeah, that we actually do call it the hot mess technique. Okay, there's the green. And then lastly, here is our Couture Coral. This really does look like an Easter egg, huh? So much fun. You're gonna be amazed at how quick this happens. All right, and then I am gonna finish up with this. Now, I am leaving this paste on purpose. A lot of times, well, sometimes I would pull it up so it didn't peel or crackle at all. But in this case, I won't mind if it does peel a little bit because it kind of gives it a neat effect. So I'm going to grab the bottom of that and we'll pull off. And look at that. We've got perfect Easter egg. Isn't that adorable? Yes, adorable. All right, so one egg down, two to go. That turned out super cute. And since we're using the same color scheme for everything that we're putting together, since we're using the same color scheme, we'll be able to, it'll fit all really well together. So I'm gonna set this egg off to the side here to dry. I don't need to use the heat tool on it at all. So let's do this one next, okay? Here we go. All right, so let's get this down on our egg the way we want it. And this one, I'm gonna kind of do a stripe effect on it, but I'm gonna kind of, oh wait, I think we're gonna go this way. No, this way, okay. I'm trying to make sure I get as much covered as I can here. And sometimes I have to pay attention and I can't talk when I'm doing that. So what we're gonna do kind of a stripey effect, and we're gonna do it with, I think, coral. Yeah, we're gonna do it with this one. We're gonna do it with the coral and the pink grapefruit. And this is a very simple technique. All you do is you put a stripe, and you want to get a little bit heavier here. Believe me, there's a reason why. We're gonna put a big stripe there. Big stripe there, and I want a little heavy. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my finger. I have water over here, and I'm gonna get my finger a little bit wet, and I'm just gonna kind of blend these colors together. So it's gonna see the one is a little bit darker than the other. And when we're done, it'll have kind of that cool ombre effect. So this is how you kind of get that ombre effect here. Okay, so it'll be a little bit darker in the middle, but not a whole lot, because they're very close in tone. So I'm gonna take my squeegee and go straight across this. Now I can't keep this paste. It's gone since I'm blending it together. Normally with this much leftover paste, I would put it right back into the pot. So here, we're gonna go like that. And we're gonna kind of get all this here. All right, extra paste there. This is where I get paste all over my hands. Sorry, no wash. And now let's pull this guy off for the reveal. There you have a very, very delicately variated, you know, it's not really intense difference, but it's just a little bit of a difference. So yeah, so that's egg number 2. Let's put him aside. And for egg number 3, we're gonna do what we call the hot mess. It's similar to that ombre technique that we just did. Similar. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our transfer onto our egg again. And I'm just trying to line up the edges there so I get as much color through as possible, so we don't have any dead space. And so we're gonna use my favorite tools. We're gonna do some dots of color. Dots. And these, I'm just showing you different techniques how to use the paste, okay? You could go straight with a squeegee on it. Yeah, why not? You could do this any way that you wanted. Now, obviously, with what we're doing, we're not going to be able to salvage this paste. Anything that doesn't get used is not going back in the pot. Let's do a third color. And you notice I'm trying not to blend the colors too much yet. We'll get to that. But right now, I don't want to blend them too much. So we got some great dots of color, nice and varied around there. So I'm gonna get water on my finger again, and I'm just gonna kind of squeegee these all together. And again, you want it to maintain their color, so when you get too much color on your finger, wash it off. And you're wanting to blend the colors, but you don't want to make it a big mess. I mean, it will look like a mess to start with, but trust me, this will come out pretty cool at the end. And that's why they call it the hot mess technique. Get it? Hot mess. So, I want to get a little bit more green on there. There we go. Just gonna blend that all in. All right, now we're gonna take one squeegee, and this is all gonna go into a paper towel because it is a big old mess right now. I get it, I know it looks a mess. It's all right. Just wait. Just wait. All right. Here we go. You ready? Check that out. Look at all the varied tones in that. Didn't that come out cool? And I know that it looks like a scary hot mess in the middle of it, but that's why we call it the hot mess technique. Get it? Hot mess. And seriously, we're done. We have just done 3 complete eggs. And we banged those out in like 10 minutes. Not even a lot of time. So here, I'm gonna pull the other eggs up just so you can see them. We'll let them sit and dry, but they'll be part of our overall tableau. Look at our eggs, very different, but since we use the same colors in them, they are they work together. They work really well together. So which is your favorite egg? We're gonna go with egg number 1, egg number 2, egg number 3. So I would love to see in comments what your favorite egg is.